Alright, let's go, and Thursday is on the arrival as I still got 9 hours left to go for the latest weekly challenges is about to be over soon. Got to grab my Chevy Corvette C7 Group 3 with my new DRS Ins Protect livery, 10 laps, 1 pit stop, and full course will be ready up to go for a Group 3 competition to have one single Chevy Corvette in the 7th generation. Just like the C5R, C6, and C8R, the only kind of a single Corvette in every Gran Turismo series since GT Sport and GT7 is now been well remained. But it's still becoming much more bold and iconic for a modern day race car is well outfitted and give a high torque supercharger to be packed up into 788 horsepower. Third event will be reserved on another Corvette to help myself to go for a partner on M. McEwen to be placed in 12th position. So I got the 20th, it's about to be prepared, and first lap, here I come, we'll rev it up to go for a GT3 competition. So I had to get behind on Angel Inestrosa in the Porsche 911 RSR Type 991 2017, dive in and smoothly we had to go around by turn 3 and motion to go on the inside at turn 4. So I got the strategy to be worked up perfectly just like driving with the Aston Martin DBR9 GT1 2010. Got to switch it up on to level 3 to be reinforced and have the fuel map will be conserved on the management. But not yet. Just have to wait and then go overtake at Daniel Solis in the Alfa Romeo 4C Group 3 race car before moving up to catch up on Kei Kawakami in the Lexus RCF GT3 2017. One overtake at a time and save it later on before enter to be in the 400 meter straight. So I got the 16th position going in and 5th gear will be reinforced to go center gravity to be stay on gear number 6. Alright, very nice, and gap distance is going to be shorter on decrease by 23.3 seconds to go. I got the good skill, the Corvette, and the racing line is gonna have to be racing on the groove. Gonna have to get behind on Summit Bishop, folks. 15th position in the Ferrari 458 Italia GT3 along with Ryuta Kokubun in the Mazda RX Vision GT3 concept. Placing up, going down the hill on the final corner, one overtake will go stretch to be amp up and rolling on the main straight to be in the middle section. That's one lap down, 9 more to go, and faster lap time for 2 minutes, 2.448 seconds. I see M. McEwen in 12th position in the same Corvette C7 Group 3. Now I'll have to get in there and overtake Berleo Gallo and his Honda NSX Group 3. Challenging and good for the midship layout ever since to see the previous generation Corvette as an F-bar for a front engine rear-wheel drive. Okay, that's more like it. Now gonna have to make that good stop position at turn 6. Procedure and climbing up to be in 12th position. But heads up, green signal just been calling in to have one racer just going off the track. It'll have to take a few seconds to go recovery after the marshals are about to be wiped out on the yellow flag. But it's been seen and done, so it's all good and just have to keep proceed to go forward. Alright, here it comes onto the 400 meter straight to be dived down and stop at turn 11 again. Got to get behind on M. Grady in the Audi R8 LMS Evolution 2019. Going up, overtake, and have myself to go in position 11. So here comes a good race car accompanied to have 2 Toyota GR Supra Racing Concept, followed by with 2 Subaru WRX Group 3 and 2 of the kind BMW M6 GT3 with the Endurance and Sprint models. But looks like T. Yamanaka just come this far to be reaching up in 3rd position. This will do well and momentarily we had to stay maintained on the percentage to go over by 54%. Got to reinforce it and proceed in lap number 3. Keep it together. Got to get behind on Igor Fraga in position 6. Turn 2 going clear. Turn 3 will go deaccelerate and motion on the racing line. The only kind of a Chevy Corvette race car is this 7th generation as a Group 3 race car to be similar and based up as a GT3 counterpart along with the C7R. But probably other kinds of Corvette race cars, just like the Stingray Racer concept, is still becoming as the most iconic vintage race car since Gran Turismo 6 and still remains in GT Sport and GT7. But I mean, there will be all kinds of different Corvette race cars will be more likely to be coming to GT7 in a later update, but all kinds of interesting upcoming vehicles by every month as I just really think about having another kind of a Corvette race cars that everybody really think about it. Well, maybe this will have to take one single kind of a C7 Group 3 race car for every Corvette, along with a road car counterpart to be same title to be in the main team to have a differences, along with a Group 4 counterpart version. But maybe perhaps the list of Chevy Corvette race cars to go for a grand total of 3. 2 of the kind C7 Group 4 and Group 3, and 1 Stingray Racer Concept 1959. But I know you guys really think about the C5R is going to be more likely to be coming to GT7 because it's still becoming as a legendary race car since the 2000 to be marked on the 20th century. Just like the Honda NSX GT500 2000 in the Castro Mugens Livery variation. But I would like to think about it because all kinds of Corvette race cars like the C6R to be well amped up to becoming as an LM race car since GT5 and GT6. But not to mention about the C8R is becoming the first ever midship GT race car to be entered on the tracks since 2020 when it comes in to be participate of IMSA. So I got the 4th lap to be moving on and 4th position to catch up on T Yamanaka in about over 7 seconds by the decimal gap. Just have to get there soon and expected to be on the motion to have the 4th check mark will be proceed to go early on penultimate. Just have to keep moving on and have the S turns will go through on turn 7 through 9. Keep it together. The fuel percentage to go down in 28. Just only had to take one more lap and then the pit stop will be calling in towards the end of the 5th lap will be strategized to be predict. Just make that good hillside corner to be on turn 11 to climb up. Down to 8.3 seconds. Okay, going back in sector 4, almost there to catch up to Yamanaka's current position, and there it is on the GR Super Racing Concept 2018 for a different variation. Okay, there's no time for that. Maybe perhaps I'll have to decide and go to the pit stop as well to be reinforced it and have the soft racing compound tires will be going for extra, but in that case, I should rather have to do this right now and have the full capacity to be placed in 100%. Got to have my OCs and crew to be ready. Soft racing compound tires, and coming up we'll go amp up to be using for the same tire to be start out in the medium to go into soft. Alright, good as new and no scratches to be attend. Back in action and drop down at position 11. Alright, let's turn this race around and this one to go earlier on the clock. So I got the good middle part for the segment as currently to be placed up in race number 3, early stages on the penultimate level. Got to go step it up and gap distance to be around by 10 seconds. Okay, keep it together. Green signal calls in. Okay, same line as usual to keep a good watchable moment. Got to switch it to level 1 on the power and switch it back on level 6 in the lean. Here comes the center of the gravity. Got to keep it tight and low on position. Okay, very good enough. And overtake Takuma Minasono in the Subaru WRX Group 3. Different variation in car number 88. Okay, coming around to have a good racing of the parade competition to see how every Group 3 cars will be going to proceed, and racing line to go amp up on the GTWS stage. Got to go forward through and change up to have some different grid position. Fifth lap is going finishing up and moving on in lap 6. It's only down to 6.9 seconds into 7.1. Gap distance always been changing up to go for attempted a strategy, and looks like Igor Fraka is in the lead. Okay, there we go. Overtake Mikao Hisao in car number 5 of the Subaru WRX Group 3. Only 3 more Group 3 race cars to go. And I have a good eye on F. Portilla in the Dodge Viper SRT GT3R 2015, along with Baspi Beard Boris in the Mercedes AMG GT3 2016. Just have to be patient and mindful, as I already done this before since the Aston Martin DBR9 GT1 2010. But same energy, same event, and same track will go for Group 3 perspective moment. Only 5.1 seconds left. Got myself to be in the third, hillside to go corner up by entered in third sector in the 6th time. But I still got a good faster lap time in the meantime. Just have to wait and keep a good grip position when using the Racing Soft compound tires. Okay, keep it nice and slow and almost towards the final corner before moving on to have the 7th lap to get there. Just make one good attempted overtake after the final corner and make that opening to go full stretch, and here comes the 7th lap. Will be placed myself to go for another round and new running for the time trial event. Practice will have to make it perfect, and tire percentage to go for half duration in 50%. Okay, going around by turn 4. So I have 61% in the fuel. Just have to reinforce it and maintain the speed. Okay, job well done. Thank you for only 1 hour endurance race to have my own efforts to be working up and get shaping in daytime motion. Okay, easy does it, and just make that good straightaway to be stay around by the 5th gear and coming around to have the hillside corner turn where to keep a good motion on the grip. Well, maybe perhaps I really had to think about going with 2 pit stops for the moment because I'm still currently to be using on the racing soft. Just hang tight. I'll have to get there before I take the last 2 remaining laps to go. But this one to make it quick. I'm almost running out of grip soon. Just might need to have 5.9 seconds, and then short time we'll go for a rematch to be in round 2. Just have to put my Corvette here and switch it back into racing medium. This will have to save myself in case of the front tires is about to get a little bit more beating and worn out. So I'll have to let Boss BB Boris to go first, Ed Portilla who had to take the second one, and then T Yamanaka is about to go back into the 3rd position. Alright, that's good by 72%, and switch it back in the medium. Back in action, and gap distance marked by 12.4. This will have to buy some time and go into power 1, make a push and supercharge to go up and comes around. But I'm not going to miss out my goal objective. I'm just getting started and feel the Group 3 competition like enter the GTWS Manufacturers Cup. Okay, there we go. Portilla and Yamanaka are about to go for a toe-to-toe showdown to be in the battle of 2nd place, while Beer Boris is currently to be in the 1st place in the lead. Just only have 2 more laps and still getting closer to be reach up the peak and have the placement to go for a Q objective in the top 3. Just look at them go. Make way for one of my UDRS Inspotech livery for the Chevy Corvette C7 Group 3 is now coming back into the top 3 position at the spot. And there we go. Dodge Viper SRT GT3R 2015 has been overtaken the 2nd time. 2nd place will get there soon by 4.6 seconds to go. It's coming along nicely, folks, and I'm just getting charged up and feel the Corvette of a spirit competition. Alright, just more like it for Boss Beeper Boris. 2nd pit stop and 14% remain. So it's getting closer to have a 9th lap is coming in, and that means Igor Fraka will have to stay ahead for myself will be currently to put himself in 2nd place to be on the pole position to be well amped up and labeled on the silver. Looks like Portilla has been quite calm in one piece without having one contact to be attended. Okay, good short recovery and still have enough fuel by 47%. Okay, riding up. S turns to go corner by corner, and I got 17.4 seconds worth to buy some time to keep it up and keep going to have a last and final lap before arriving in the 10th run. But I still might need to have my own faster lap time, might need to go requirement, and I still have 39% to go. So I have to use it very wisely. It takes a worth of risk. Just have to go climbing up, and it's procedure to go quicker up on the exercise without having some few Group 3 cars come around. Okay, good mark on the corner. Going in, and touching up the apex towards the final corner to be in the main gap distance as I took by 21.5 seconds away from 19 Group 3 racers. So here comes the final lap. This is where I have to put myself, and a new record is 2 minutes, 1.421 seconds. Outstanding run, and working up to go for a time trial Group 3 competition. So I'll have to take a good look on the lap time challenges in sport mode, because finishing up at a top list international racing course for the 2017 Honda NSX, I'll have to take a good look for myself and my main guest, the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya Grand Prix for the Alpine Vision Gran Turismo 2017. But I just really have to think about having another Vision GT car is more likely to be taking part and go for a different role of the time trial challenges when it comes to have some Vision GT cars is my own interest. So I have to keep going. The 10th lap is already here. Got to make my mark and beat my faster lap time until my Corvette is becoming as a true racing team. But I'll have to take the good winning spot for and begin with. Just only have 2 Corvettes in one event is all about doing teamwork. Just to reinforce it and go power 1, we'll give it all I got. Only 18%, got to go shorter up on straight, and the final sector is right on the arrival. Okay, gonna have to go kick back and steady up on the brake. Only 13% left to go. Final stretch, final corner, and bring it home for one of my Corvette to be represent the United Defense Reformation Service in Sportec Racing Team. Successful, 4 check mark has already cleared before moving on to have one more race to go on check. First place and perfect to go achieve on the podium level. Now that's a Corvette competition. Stunning and brilliant by taking 2 times on pit stop in one race and have myself to go for a new record run by the 10th lap in 2 minutes, decimal point by 530 seconds, in a round by 21 minutes, 12.752 seconds. Good race, and another round for the WTC 800 at Autodrome Lago Maggiore Circuit is going for a different Group 3 competition courtesy of Insportec Racing Team. Clean race bonus is now doubled up by 50% and 252,000 GT credits. Update into 77.5 miles after I received by 35.5 miles up to date for only one single race. Now I'll have to go for a replay moment just in case to have 2 Corvettes in one thumbnail image. So I just went past by and go for a quicker on rewind to be on the reverse to be around in 3 minutes and 20 seconds. So let's try this and give this one to be in the main spot on the scene. Take place in lap number 2, but however, I just really think about to go for a different scene on the main perspective to go for only 2 Corvettes as a company. But why not just have 2 of them instead to have this image right here. Perfect, and 2 times the Corvette in the yellow and good on the blue. I'll have to be patient for a few moments until I'll have to save a replay, as I'm about to be heading up to Dragon Trail Gardens for having one more race in the Nissan GT-R Cup and an encore for the Lightweight K-Cup at Adrian Norwood. This is going to be a lot of fun, and 3 events for having Corvettes will go with 2 road cars and 1 for the Group 3 race car in the WTC 800. And now folks, one more event to go to be on participate, and the weekly challenges is about to be finishing up soon before tomorrow. I'll have to go and choose the Skyline R32 GTR Nismo 1990 with a Dispenser Camp livery, Tom in All-Stars variation, and have myself will be switch it into a Cyan Team racing outfit with a helmet and a suit. So folks, but not yet until finishing up at the end of the video, until just in case they have an encore race as well. Only have one more event to be world latest since I just been finishing up for the full walkthrough. Let's begin, and the GTR Generations is about to have a turn. We'll go for the last race until the 6-star roulette ticket is waiting for me to be reaching up in first place. Here I come, and first turn to go steer well on the left as I got the ultra high turbocharged RPM. Will be ready up to go for the element of surprise without using an anti-lag system. Got to get behind on the R35 GTR in 50 place. Take turn 3 after turn 2 and maintain to go careful before proceed at turn 4. Double times on overtake, and 14th position is coming in to have a good straightaway by the advantage. We'll be heading up in sector 2. Here comes the hairpin, and keep it together. One good racing outfit represents Cyan Team since Dispenser Camp All-Stars. And there's the orange R34 Skyline GTR in 12th place. Going up, and gap distance is still remain by around in 28 seconds to catch up in the meantime before catching up for another kind of a R35 GTR in position 11. Got to stay on track and curb up to go on the corners. We'll feel the drive on the handling freestyle. Just make one good touch of the apex, and here's another one. We'll take the straightaway to go up, and blind corner is up ahead towards the final corner. Okay, very nice. 10th position is going almost to be on the halfway mark. Just have to get there and have Miura in position 9 as I'm about to go quicker up to be passing through. Alright, there we go. Faster lap time in 1 minute, 52.486 seconds. This right to go for having an effort to be climbing up and balance of performance to go under by 700, which is going to be quite good enough. But thank you, ultra high turbocharged RPM, to have a one good element of strength, skill, and turbocharged aspiration. Will go kick it up in the high gear. Just feel the high range of the RPM to go respond and racing line in the good motion of the GTR, just like all the generations of Corvettes. But I'll have to do one kind of a favorite vehicle to go off topic and have the GTR will go for the current topic to have another one for the main turn. Alright, Yano is in 7th position. I'll have to take that position and pass him. Wait until the right turn. Will go mention up to keep it centered up and maintain control. Okay, just had to take a little bit push. Third sector comes in. Master the line and cruising around to go faster in the garden layout. But this race may not be over until the beautiful lady sings. Okay, almost there to be back on the rocks. Blind corner will go for the second time and got a good eye on the red R35 GTR and Manel Rodriguez in the blue R34 GTR. Let's do this quick and study up. We'll go feel the straightaways. We'll have to climb up and go halfway mark on lap number 3. Let's check the radar on the weather. No sign of incoming forecast. Predicted to be expected on the lookout. And that means it's going to get a little bit more shaded out there to feel the horizon to be exactly take place in the early sunset. Keep it nice and slow. Almost there to catch up on Jesus Willow and Lucas Ordonez by the total gap in 5.7 seconds. Just go to the hairpin to have the sharp turn, steady up on the lap, and go closely. As I still have enough time for free time, we might have to get back to Grand Valley Highway 1 after participate in all 5 events at once. But that's what I've been thinking about. It's all about having favorite moments on Corvettes throughout the generations from C1 to C8. Alright, got myself in second place. Scored 1 for Team Tom since Dispenser Camp All-Stars and Season 1. But not yet. Asus Willow is still remaining in the lead. Just have to go in there and take the last 2 turns around on the blind corner. Take that line to go perform, and have the last one will be touching up to go near on the apex. Alright, there we go, and very nice, but maybe I should rather have to update this current variation to go with Gap sticker in it. But that would be very nice to have a good decal to be placed up to go for additional since Dispenser Camp Tom Jake Season 1. But I mean, I'm still being patient for Season 2 is going to be turns out to be very much more excited out there for having a sitcom series. So arriving in the 4th lap, 3rd placement to be labeled in a minute 48.522 seconds. Almost there, and I still might need to have enough distance for it to go increase for only 2.9 seconds into 3 seconds around by the defense gap. Just have to keep it together to be centered up and reinforce it to go for an all-wheel drive torque of distribution. Just make that Group A tune car will be rolling up and highlight to be well placed up on the spot. Keep it together and stay remains on gear number 3. We'll have to get back up and resume on to the 3rd and final sector. But not yet until the rain comes. It still have a good bright on daylight. So I got this in the bag, viewers. We know the event and every specific for Nissan Skylines and GTR R35 models. Going well to be cleared, and full stretch will be on the way in the final lap at number 5. So this is it. This one might have to give myself to go for a podium success and 6-star relay ticket where the car category is calling for me with my name in it. This will have to take one step at a time by having yesterday by doing 2 races, and today by taking part will go focusing on 3 races. 2 of them on check and 1 for the encore. But in the meantime, the Ferrari Circuit Challenge at D-Force Raceway will be coming out soon before having 4 events will be applied to go for adding up earlier on the post. But count me in, I always have to go for another on-court race after the full walkthrough by taking a focus with some 3 events we'll be going earlier to be quickly as possible. But it's still there. Got to keep my good grade and skills for it to be stayed together for a master build for every generations on Nissan GTRs that have different forms, shape, and sizes, just like all 8 generations of Corvette. It's all about the elements of the classic and modern that bears out to have some different forms, shapes, and sizes when it comes to have a different performance to be outfit on different drivetrain layouts. Except for the C8 Corvette Stingray is still well placed as a mid-engine model, but I have no idea that there will be a C9 Corvette will be coming out soon to be produced in the year 2033. But my thought, the Corvette C9 concept is technically becoming a different kind of an electric vehicle that has a different form of a concept, just like the Stingray Racer concept 19. But look at this, you guys. 5th check mark and 1st place is now been achieved to go on the check mark on the last race for the weekly challenges. But it's not over yet. Encore race is still arriving to be available if I had to go for another chance and have a different kind of a UDRS Inspotech livery when I was using the Suzuki Carry KC 2012. Total time is 9 minutes, 5.209 seconds, and faster lap on number 4 in 1 minute, 46.501 seconds. That should do brilliant and successful, and one good kind of a suspension cam racing outfit for the suit and the helmet represent Team Cyan. So that's 75,000 GT credit earned and update by 95.8 miles, and there you go. 6-star roulette ticket in the car category has now been achieved and earned. Last but not least, I have a one content replay just in case to go by 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go here. Just have that spot to be well seen right next to the R33 skyline, or perhaps I'll have to switch up and give a different next part to go for a capture thumbnail image if I really need to go for a perfect of the highlight. Just have to get closer and good on the close-up. And there we go. Thumbnail image captured with Tom's face in it. Alright, perfect. Now let's go to Archer Norwood in a lightweight K-Cup as I'm about to change up with my UDRS racing outfit for a suit and helmet. I'm about to show you guys something before enter to have one more race as an encore. Just give one good brand new UDRS Inspotech variation on the Suzuki Carry KC 2012. But it's not that ordinary blue, but this one is now been outfitted as car number 28 in white, adding up with blue trims is about to give a good treatment on the style. But one more thing perhaps, comfort soft tires and make a good performance point to be updated into 399.72 performance point with having some few changes on the engine tuning and 3 stages for the weight reduction on the bodywork and have increased body rigidity. So I have the high compression pistons check, titanium connecting rods and pistons, high lip camshaft S special, polished ports, engine balance tuning, stroke up S and bore up, check and install to have some few parts and have the high turbocharged RPM to go fitted with the racing intercooler. But even perhaps if it's going way overpowered, just only have 94% in full control computer and 70% for the power restrictor. But in that case, you might have to get yourself to have organized on fully customizable transmission to be updated and set on to the top speed adjustment. This will do well and give a good K truck and new treatment. Giving a new treatment on the livery design, 6 laps will go into the forward direction as I already done this before by taking 3 events will go into the full walkthrough as my journey will always have to keep continuing on until reaching up towards the WTC 900 at Le Mans will go for a rematch as I just originally took by 2nd position. Just wait until having a lot of progress until reaching up by 100% is complete for all events in directory. This will have to go again, and one example to have a good demonstration to see how it turns out to go for fully trained on a lightweight K truck will go for a competition spec. But looks like Yusuke is here on 6th place. Well, let the final race to go encore begins, and here I come. This will have to go full speed and heavy handling to go on corners. We'll do some practice of basic when it comes to have some adjustment and transmission to be needed. This will have to do one tough race for having one K truck will be challenging with some Japanese lightweight K cars. Turn 1 clear, turn 2 will keep it nice and steady to go amp up for the top speed to go on short straightaways before entered at sector 2. But pretty tricky and challenging when using a single K truck is all about to have a lot of practice. Just have to find the line and drive well to be careful. This would do perfectly to give a one front engine, rear-wheel drive, and climbing up to have some few turns and corners we'll have to go quicker up on advantage if we really want to go in first place. But it takes a lot backup concentration. This will have to go climb up to be steady up and get faster a little bit before moving up on gear number 3. And there we go. Just have the fourth sector until the main turn. We'll have to go quicker up without pulling out the brake. Got to get there to catch up and overtake Killian Ponder and Antonio Santos. Steady as it goes and be very careful. This may not be that kind of an ordinary K-Truck. It's going to be a very tough corners whenever you might have to go early braking to go on overtake session with some few other K-cars. So first lap clear and heading up in lap 2. Just like this, and keep it nice and calm. Okay, Mohamed Badima is in position 11, followed by Jun Hashima is in 10th place. Just have another non-wide body specific Carry KC, and the Jeepney XC will go for a little bit more push. Alright, Suzuki double overtake, and I got the 10th position and gap distance down to 28.8 seconds. Just might need to keep pushing, and I'm getting closer to have one good race before tomorrow's one-way category for the Renault Kenko 1.4 to be in the same place at Orchard Millwood. But I can easily tell, and that will bring out to have one upcoming post images in case to have some flight events, including one WTC 700 at Autopolis International Racing Course. Alright, that's the ticket. Moving to the 9 and catching up to Patrick Basson in the Daihatsu Copen 2001. Halfway there in the third lap. Just have to get there soon and work it up and go commit on the corners to be heavyweight on the K-Truck. Okay, Copen 2002 overtakes. Moving on to the 8. Gap distance down to 24.3. But this K-Truck is pretty hard to handle when it comes to have the inside turns into outside. And there's Yusuke Goto in position 7. Right on cue, and Jonathan Wong is in 6th place. Come on, just step it up and make that engine tuning. We'll have to go reinforce on the speed. It's getting closer. Just running out of steam until the 4th lap is coming up soon. Just have that curbstone to be using as an apex, and coming in to overtake Pete Leonore and Jonathan Wong in 5th and 6th. Man, that was so close. Just have to keep a good expect lookout on the other two by incoming advantage corners. Just have to go for another round of double overtake. 5th place down to 20.2 seconds. Too tough to handle. 4th lap is all I need to get things clue. Just easy does it and keep it nice and slow. Got to be very extra careful without going on drifting with this K-Truck if I were you. Just make it more standard in racing and feel like a K-Truck competition style. Almost there to catch up to Ryota Kokobun in about 0.7 seconds. Slipstream, do your thing, and pass the Honda S660 2015. Carry on and go faster at the top 3 position. A more stronger improved K-Truck to have some organized settings to see how it turns well and make it much more potential to go under by 400 performance point is only have one good speed at a strength. This is where one K-Truck is becoming as a formidable challenger when facing up with some sports K-cars. So I got the 5th lap is coming in and gonna have to be here on the main objective mark to be placed in position number 3. Just take it slow and make it happen. Fastest lap time I took by 1 minute, 25.913 seconds. Look out below and try not to drift. This could be very slow and challenging to be formidable. Okay, still got this one. It's only down to 11.4 seconds. No need to go inside the pits. Got to keep going, and steer wheel might have to go practice to do very well. So it's getting closer to T. Yamanaka's current position. Gap distance down to 10 seconds left. Just have to keep carrying on and go to the third position, and it's about to get closer towards the final lap on number 6 lap. Still got this to do more practice, viewers, just in case if you're about to be driving on the Suzuki Carry KC 2012 to have some settings, turns out to make it much more lighter and responds on the handling to go for improvement of settings. So I got 8 seconds left, and adding up by 0.1, I got a good eye on Igor Fraka and Takuma Minasono to be in the first and second position to go through here. Just like WRC Group B Edition in reverse direction and forward direction, probably it might have to deal with some handling to go for improvement of respawn without receiving a clean bonus. But bummer. I just really think about I just need to do some more experience practice when driving on the Suzuki Carry KC. Is very challenging to do some guide tips. But I'll be looking forward to it. It takes learning a basic. It's all about the having a K-truck will go driving on the course. But luckily for the good news is, as I still got first position and achieved by 1 check mark, and then the encore race will have to go again for having a third position to be placed and make it to the top 3. But I'll have to keep this for only 1 content replay for a while, and that brings out at the end of the encore race in number 5 of the weekly challenge. But it's not so bad. It takes more practice until you have to get the right of it. Now let's see the total results on the time is 8 minutes, 35.748 seconds for Igor Fraka. Has now made it to the finish line in first place, and second place goes to Takuma Minasono by having 1.586 seconds, and for myself 6.169 seconds as I took the fastest lap time highlighted in purple in 1 minute 25.599 seconds. So you see, folks, it takes lack of concentration if you're about to go for the Suzuki Carry KC is doing more tough effort when it comes to have a handling on corners to becoming slow and heavy. But straightaway it's good, but the corners is very more challenging to be patient and slow in motion. So I got 45,000 GT credit to be earned and ends up in third place. One more replay is all I need to call it for a day. Just hang tight. Just have to go in 4 minutes and 30 seconds to be placed right over here, and one thumbnail image coming up, and fresh come in new serve. Well, folks, it's already been done, and 4 races to be checked and completed for the weekly challenges, as I just already did this to be on a head start to go earlier by receiving a 6-star roulette ticket in parts category. Only have 150,000 Gran Turismo credit and 6-star roulette ticket in the car category, as I'm about to be heading back to Gran Turismo Garage, and one more day perhaps, 1 car available in the Legend Car dealership, as I'm about to take a good look. Alright, folks, looks like the Aston Martin DB3S 1953 is here on stock, and it costs 6 million GT credits, but the total distance is 21 miles. The body color is CN.1 and very good vintage to have a good race car, and it considers as a Gran Turismo trophy. This will have to take one more card to go and register to the index, and that brings out to have a total of card collection to be reaching up by 100%. Let's learn more of the details about the DB3S is a good kind of an Aston Martin racing vehicle. I know what you're thinking, a DB3 real car doesn't exist. The DB2 was followed by the DB2/4, the DB2/4 Mark II, the Mark III, and then the DB4. If that's what you're thinking, then you certainly know your Aston Martins. There was, however, a DB3 race car. It was introduced in 1951 and unfortunately saw limited success. This DB3S is an upgraded version that was released in 1953. It's well known as a true masterpiece. Its beefed up inline-6 engine powered it to numerous victories in some of the UK's most famous races. This particular example, chassis number 1, is the car that took home the Gran Turismo trophy at the Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance in 2013. Sweet and highly expensive racing vehicle is quite becoming as a true Gran Turismo trophy. But count me in, and last car will be registered to the index will be going on purchase. But I can't believe it. I come so far out there to have the last car by every week when visiting to the Legend Car dealership. Beautiful, historic, and well-made vintage. So that's 6,000 collected points, and currently to go up into 816,137 points. But I can't wait to try this baby out. It's a very good vintage and historically as a true Aston Martin racing vehicle. By taking a good look where the performance point is 487.6 performance point that has a displacement in 2,922 cc that almost becoming as a 3.0 liters of displacement for the drivetrain layout is an FR that produces in 224 horsepower / 5,500 RPM. Max torque is 224.4 lb / 4,000 RPM. The length is 153.7 inches, width 63.8 inches, and the height in 41.5 inches. For the weight is 1,887 pounds, but the aspiration is naturally aspirated. But the good news is, the dashboard just been coming a long way, and the car collection has been marked into 100% is complete by having a total of cars in 533. Now this is a very good job well done on the main progress for the collected level, as I still have a good focus on going on world circuits and music rally for 95% and 33% in progress. This will do very well, and then moving on to the reward challenge will be available to have 3 prizes after participate for the 3rd week of May in the weekly challenge. Since the weekly challenges, I still got some few other 3-stars and 4-star roulette tickets, but no sign of 5-star or 6-star roulette tickets, except 2 of them is still been adding up onto the gifts. Let's go for a small payday by 150,000 GT credit, 1 part coming up, and 6-star will be received to go for only 1 single amount at a time. This will have to do well determined by pick. Which one should I get? And there's the stroke of S is now been adding up and compatible for the 2002 Honda NSX Type R. Very good special part, and let's see the car category for 6-star ticket. I wonder which one should I get. It comes in and one-of-a-kind Vision GT with 1 hypercar and McLaren P1 GTR. But there it is. Another Porsche Vision Gran Turismo Spider has been earned and received as a gift. Beautiful and good 1C Porsche Vision GT car to be outfit on the road type. And there's the Tekken Blau mat, adding up by 1,000 collected points and stored in the garage. Alright, so I still got some few more roulette tickets left before moving on into June, and that means Pride Month is coming, everyone. But this will have to get myself to do some main topic for the next weekly challenges, as I had to keep racing on and continue very well to have some more roulette tickets by every day as a daily. So first up, to have a main part to go in number 4 and 3-star ticket number 1, 10,000 GT credits will have to go into my current balance. So that's 43,786,890 credits. Second roulette ticket to go consider as number 5 for 1 4-star is up. Which one should I get? And there's the fully customized suspension, and the compatible vehicle goes to the GTR Nismo 2017 on Nissan. Next up, second 3-star ticket is open up. Which one should I get? A credit or 3-of-a-kind car? Maybe perhaps small earnings will go for some small credits, but I'll have to take 5,000 GT credits and update for the same current balance as going up into 43,791,890 credits. Alright, so this will have to go count and have some more prizes to be going on view. Which one should I get? And there is one muffler part to go for semi-racing. But I was right, and compatible vehicle for the Mercedes-AMG GTR 2017. So folks, that was a lot of fun out there to have 3 races, as I'm always using for Chevy Corvettes from the C5, C6, and to the C7 Group 3 race car is perfectly to go reserved for a competition of Corvettes. Along with the other 2 events, as having one Nissan GTR Cup at Dragon Trail Gardens, followed by Lightweight K Cup at Audrey Norwood. Just like the full walkthrough as I already did by taking the first position, and this time on-court races to go into 3rd position, as I still get to use to be driving on the Suzuki Carry KC 2012. But it feels like impossible, challenging, and very tough on corners when it comes to have a heavy on handling to go feel on the respawn. And currently, by having one more car to be added to the index, the Aston Martin DB3S 1953 is quite very brilliant, classic, and racing beauty to be well placed up to have the last one. Will be registered to having one more index by stopping in 533, but the progress is 100% is done. So I can't wait until the 4th week of May is coming up soon, until at the end of the month, 5 races including the Ferrari Circuit Challenge at D-Forest Raceway, followed by the Renault Kenco will go for the 3rd round at Audrey Norwood to take the forward direction, and other 3 events such as Daytona International Speedway for the Tri-Oval in American Sunday Cup 600, Goodwood Motor Circuit for the Historic Sports Car Master, and Autopolis International Racing Course for the World Touring Car 700. Oh yeah, almost forgot one more thing about the Chevy Corvette in the 1-way category at Grand Valley Hybrid 1. It was so awesome, and I kinda love it. First round is perfectly to have all the generations of Corvette from C1 to C8. Brilliant, perfectly, and I still have a lot of time before tomorrow we'll be moving on to go forward. This will have to get myself to go free time and wrapping up before at the end of the current video. I'll have to keep continuing on to have the music rally, and then my full walkthrough will be continuing on by reaching up towards the WTC 900 at Le Mans. It's about to get closer to how my journey will always have to keep continue on. But just to wait you guys, and I have one gift icon before visiting in the Sport Mode Pavilion after finishing up at Autopolis International Racing Course for the Honda NSX 2017, and then the brand new one, which as I said earlier about Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya Grand Prix, is about to go for the Alpine Vision Gran Turismo 2017. But count me in, and then my YouTube channel is about to get closer by having 1K is going up and achieve on my goal. So help me out you guys. I'm not alone, and every brand new content video takes a long time by doing hard work. Thank you for enjoying watching the video on Gran Turismo 7. I hope you enjoyed. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, then click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. Follow me on DeviantArt, Instagram, Twitter, GT Planet, Patreon, Discord, and more social media platforms. Plus, membership is now open to join. Will be available to get access for price levels a month with exclusive perks, custom emoji with my OCs, and many features to support the channel. It's the best way to help out with the super thanks as an extra, will support, and grow. I'll be see you guys next time on Gran Turismo 7, and I look forward to see you again at the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.